Hey, everybody, how's it going? So, Donald Trump accidentally chewed out Pam Bondi in front of the public. It is good to see this because it does mean, it really reaffirms what I've thought was going on this whole time. That Donald Trump is being played by people that he trusted. I am much more comfortable with that thought than Donald Trump just being, well, the worst case scenario. From what I thought in 2016. See, guys, when I went and voted in 2016, this is 4 years after I voted for Obama, okay? And when Donald Trump was running against Hillary Clinton, I was so done with government. I knew Donald Trump had a lot of connections to the Clintons and everyone else. And I was like, okay, so it's person running against person, Hillary versus Trump, but they're both the same person. They both have the same interests in everything. So I voted third party, Gary Johnson, thinking, okay, at least I can make my voice heard and let people know I am done voting for the system. Trump won, and I can't say that I was disappointed per se. I was disappointed. That's the wrong way to phrase it. I can't say I wasn't shocked. But at the end of the day, I was like, whatever. Another 4 years of garbage. And it turned out not to be. Turned out to be the best 4 years that, well, I think I had ever heard about. See, I wasn't super experienced in the work field or anything like that. I was a very young kid. But with how easy it was for me to buy a house, with how easy it was for me to make a living, and again, I'm just a high school graduate. Go figure, right? It was amazing to see gas prices down below $2. That was crazy. I grew up my entire life driving with nearly $4 a gallon gas. It was never easy. It was never easy, especially when I started off as a pizza delivery boy. That was my first job. It's a pretty rough time. And people didn't care about tipping for gas. I can tell you that. But at the end of the day, Trump changed my mind. So I voted for him in 2020. Of course, we know who, quote-unquote, won that one. And it turned into the worst 4 years, financially, possible. Crazy how that works out. And this was literally the vice president of the man I first voted for. The person I casted my first legal vote ever for. I voted for his vice president and he wrecked the economy. And then that opened my eyes even further. Wow. I had no idea what I had voted for when I was an 18-year-old out of high school. No idea. I just thought I was making a difference. And then I learned in life, no, I voted for the wrong man. And Trump showed me that. And also showed me that Trump was not the person I thought he was. Imagine my shock around March this year when nothing was promised, or everything was promised from Pam Bondi and Kash Patel, and nothing was delivered. I thought for sure, well, okay, either Trump is being played again, or these two are in league with Trump. And I didn't know which one until actually this very moment. I just always hoped Trump was being played. But now I can see it. I can clearly see it. This was supposed to be a private message sent to Pam Bondi. So let me actually move myself over here. I think I can, it'll still full screen it. It'll still cover it up on it. Yep. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So, Pam, I have reviewed over 30 statements and posts saying that essentially, same old story as last time. All talk, no action. Nothing is being done. What about Comey, Adam, Shifty Schiff, Letitia? They're all guilty, but nothing is going to be done. Then we almost put a Democrat-supported U.S. attorney in Virginia with a really bad Republican past. A woke rhino who was never going to do his job. That's why the two of the worst Dem senators pushed him so hard. He even lied to the media and said he quit. And that we had no case. No, I fired him. And there is a great case in many layers, and legal pundits say so. Lindsay is a really good lawyer and likes you a lot. We cannot delay any longer. It's killing our reputation and credibility. They impeached me twice and indicted me 5 times over nothing. Justice must be served now. President Donald Trump. It's a weird, it's weird that Donald Trump actually sends messages like that. You know what I mean? It just looks like a post. But at the end of the day, who came out and said that this was like an accident? Laura Loomer says President Trump just posted what appears to be a text message he sent to Eternal. Boy. Okay, let's start this over. President Trump just posted what appears to be a text message he sent to Attorney General Pam Bondi, telling her the lack of arrest and accountability for the deep state Trump haters is killing our reputation and credibility. He is urging her to take action. Now it's public. I wonder if this was a accident. I mean, it seems like it to me, right? Okay, fine. If you're not going to do what I ask you privately, see what the public thinks about you. And now she's going to have the absolute public against her. And that's going to be a lot of pressure. So she's either going to finally do it or she's going to show her true cards. Okay? That's what's going to happen. She's going to show what cards she's holding. And she's either going to do it or not. And the entire public's going to see. And Trump's going to be like, good luck having any future anywhere now in any states. Essentially, he's taking her career. He's like, you can either do this for me, retire with dignity, or I get the public rallied up, delete this. Oops, wasn't meant to be out in public. Now, we're going to let the public deal with you for a bit. So you can see exactly how popular you're going to be. That way, now you're going to have to think about how you're going to have to retire now. And I don't know that I'm sure she's wealthy, but I don't know if retiring now would be in her best interest. I think it would financially be not so good for her. Now, again, like I said, I believe she's probably wealthy. She probably has a really wealthy husband. But I guarantee you, they're not multi-mega millionaires or anything like that. So I bet, her pension that she would get, or whatever benefits she would get after actually retiring with an administration, are probably worth a lot more to her than we would realize, or you would even think about. So maybe, I have no idea. I don't know anything about her finances. So I'm hoping that that's some sort of leverage that he can use, but maybe not. Maybe we're completely wrong. But anyway, General Mike Flynn says, Mr. President, we the people have been demanding accountability for years now. Thank you for today's post. Trust that we'll keep the pressure on. This is just wild, Cat turd, I can't take it anymore. I hope Trump just fires Pam Bondi and gets someone who understands the mission. We have a country to save. We have no more time for this weakness. It's just pitiful at this point. I've been playing nice and held my tongue for months. No more. Well, you've been doing more than just holding your tongue. Fire her. She's not the one. I think the same can be said for Kash Patel. I think Kash Patel is doing such a poor job. He hasn't done a thing that he has promised. Not a single thing that he has promised to do. And I'm really disappointed in that. He needs to go as well. I think Kash Patel probably behind the scenes knows this, because I'm willing to bet Donald Trump has been sending some messages behind the scenes to him as well. And he's probably using this as an example. Call out Pam Bondi first because she's the one that has to bring forth the charges. It can't be Kash Patel. He doesn't have that authority. So you start with the stronger position. I bet he gets to Kash Patel after this shortly. He needs to get somebody who is a diehard Trump supporter, probably from some small town sheriff or something like that. That's what I'm guessing he probably ought to do. Somebody with a really, really good reputation in their town. Bring him forward. Keep him from anybody in the government. And be like, you're going to do this. You're going to assign a team of experts that you can trust. And we're going to get to the bottom of this whole entire FBI thing. Actually, probably what's better to do, this is my opinion, shut down the FBI, bring in a team that you can trust to investigate everything that was involved, get rid of everybody in the FBI, Immediately. Be like, effective immediately. You all close all your offices right now and get out. Shut it all down. Leave all the computers and everything there. Don't let them have access to anything. Then bring a team in to just go through all of it. All of it. Why have they not done to the FBI what Doge did to everybody else? That's what needs to happen. And it needs to happen in every single department of the government. Trump stopped short, quite a bit short, of his audit. He needs to do more. Much, much more, in my opinion. But anyway, guys, what do you guys think of this? Please comment down in the comment section below. Please like, subscribe, and share, and I will see you guys here in the next one. Later.